I'll fast forward a little bit to spare you all of my life's dramas. But this is where the story gets really crazy, and I want you all to hear me out. I was about to get married, okay? And I knew that I had to make some money, right? And so I got this awesome idea that I was going to go into the Border Patrol, U.S. Border Patrol, because my uncle did it, and he made a lot of money, and it was really cool, right? So anyways, I passed my boards like really quickly. I was excited about it, and I was training and everything. I actually got married in that December, and in February I was getting ready to take my physical test, right? And I was out playing a game of basketball, and I tore my ACL. All right, totally nasty. I played all this football and wrestling, never messed up any injury, but I tore my ACL, and I had to have surgery. And that caused me, it's put me back a bit. And at the time I was working in school suspension at a middle school. Any y'all ever been in school suspension? Don't admit it. It's nothing to be proud about, all right? I was working in school suspension, and I got assigned to monitor the halls for the tax test. All right, that's the Texas equivalent of a Texas statewide test, right? And I was sitting there making sure the kids were staying in line as they went to the restroom in a middle school, right? I had a torn ACL. My plans and my dreams once again had been dashed, and I had to ask myself, I said, all right, God, I think I'm ready to talk a little bit here, right? Finally. I said, God, what is it that you're calling me to? And to give you a quick version, I went and told my dad. I said, Dad, I'm ready to start the ministry process. How many of y'all are familiar with the ministry process? If y'all were like me, you said, man, 20 years before that's over, right? Easy. So I said, I'll go into it 5, 6, 8, 10, 55 years, and I'll be done. My dad goes and spouts his mouth off to the bishop and says, hey, my son is ready to start the ministry. And comes back and says, oh, yeah, they're going to call you from Harlingen. I said, what? Yeah, they got a ministry opening. Huh? Say what, right? Got a call, and they said, Aaron Sines, we have a new ministry called Valley Praise in Harlingen that is at a middle school. And we're interested to see if you would be interested in taking that position. And so, long story short, I went to licensing school with a Texas conference, came back. I had ACL replacement surgery, walked up to conference with a limp, got appointed back to Harlingen, started work, Valley Praise. Got there was about 50 people in this middle school. I was like, good Lord, what am I doing here? Fast forward a few years, 3.5 years, we've been there, and God has been doing some amazing things there. We've grown the congregation to over 300 people. We've added a second service. Lives are being changed. We're discipling people. Since April, I have baptized 25 people, new believers. All the honor to God. 23 of those 25 baptisms have been in a water trough at the flagpole outside the middle school. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome. I'm 27 years old, still a young cat. Licensed local pastor, discerning and experiencing and walking the journey to ordained ministry. A family member said, whoa, you're a licensed local pastor. One day you'll be a real pastor. Thanks a lot. I love you too, And I've experienced that though I have seemed to be the least of these or the last option or not the norm, God has been able to work through me and beside me. And more than anything, God has been able to work around me and through me and for me and ahead of me. I want to wrap this up by saying that I've learned a few things from my call story. I've learned that the human instinct is not to discern, but to deny and delay. Some of you are here this weekend and you're not discerning this weekend. You're still denying and delaying. But God's instinct is for us to answer now. God doesn't need desert wanderers, but God needs Joshuas. I love the song that says, I see a generation rising up to take its place with selfless faith. One of my favorite preachers says, now is the time, this is the place, we are the ones. We, the generation that is coming up, now is the time. This is the place. We are the ones. Say it with me. Now is the time. This is the place. We are the ones. When wind blows, things move. And I believe God is about to, a movement is about to start. Amen? A movement is about to start. Now is the time. This is the place. We are the ones. Will you join that movement? Amen. God bless you.